So let us see how this thing is working. Okay, so this is Gauss Cholesky. So let us quickly see how this method is working. So before that, let us quickly have a recap of Gauss elimination method. Okay. So in Gauss elimination method, what exactly we are doing is this. So we have, let us say, a matrix which is probably like this. So I'm just intentionally taking a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. So in Gauss elimination method, what exactly we are doing is we are eliminating the lower triangle. Okay. So that once it is eliminated, what exactly is going to happen is we have one non-zero values over here in the upper triangle, and in the lower triangle we have zero values like this. So this is the Gauss method. Okay. And as far as your Cholesky method is concerned, so in the Cholesky method, we have this A matrix, okay, and we are breaking this A matrix into a lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. We have a expression which is something like A into X equals to, let us say, B. So this A is now replaced with lower triangular matrix multiplied with upper triangular matrix into X equals to B. Okay, and what we are assuming is this is nothing but your Y. This is what we are assuming, isn't it? So L into Y equals to B. So since this is a lower triangular matrix, so it will be easier for us to find out the value of Y, isn't it? And once the value of Y is calculated, we can calculate the value of X by using simple expression, that is Y is basically, it's a product of U into X. Okay, so this was Gauss method and this was a Cholesky method, right? Now we have a Gauss Cholesky method. Now it's a combination of Gauss elimination as well as the Cholesky method. Okay, so in this method, what is happening is when you break up the A matrix into L and U, when I say the Cholesky method, so this breaking of given matrix into L and U is done using Gauss elimination method. Okay, then further the method is exactly the Cholesky method. Okay, so for this purpose I'm directly taking an example, because with the example it is very easy to understand. Okay, so can you give me any of the problem which we have solved earlier? Maybe a 3 by 3 only. Okay, just a 3 by 3. Just give me the values please. So we have any values please. This is 2 minus 1 3. All right, 4 2 minus 1. How about this one? 3 1 and minus 2. This is multiplied with ABC or x1 x2, x1 x2 and x3. Okay, equals to minus, okay, okay, minus 1 again. Okay, so we have already solved this problem using Gauss elimination method, probably using Gauss Cholesky method also, and we have found out the solution. Okay, so now here we will be using a Gauss elimination technique to given matrix into this second row, first column. This 2, U2 3, and this is U3 3. ठीक है? So we have so I was talking about this. So since I am eliminating the element which is there in the second row and first column, that is L21. So the whatever factor is there, that factor will be treated as L21. Okay. So if you go for the actual operations over here, so what you are going to get? Okay. So if I make these changes, so this will be 2 minus 1 and 3. Okay. This will be again x1, x2, x3. You can write it in augmented form also. This will be minus 1. Okay. We are not changing row number 3 as of now. So I'm keeping the roll number 3 as it is. So this will be 3, this will be 1, this will be minus 2, and this will be again minus 1. Okay. So if you calculate, if you rewrite this particular expression, so this is nothing but R2 into A11. Okay. So this is A11 is basically 2 divided by 4 minus R1. Okay. So this basically L21 is nothing but your 0.5. Correct. So R2 is equals to R2 into 0.5 divided by 2. So basically 4, half of 4 is 2 minus 2. So this value will become 0. तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 0. Okay. And this will be 2 into 0.5. Correct. 2 into 0.5 is 1. 1 minus of minus 1. So it is becoming 2. And this is 1, sorry, negative 1. So this is minus 0.5. Okay. Minus 3. So this will become minus 3.5. Okay. And this will be minus 8 into 0.5. So that becomes minus 4. Minus 4 minus of minus 1. So it becomes minus 3. Correct. Okay. But in this case, what has happened, that this particular element, we now came to know that this element is basically 0.5. Okay. Understood this? Now on the similar lines, let us work on this particular element. Okay. So if you want to work on this particular element, then you have to write R3 equals to R3 into some factor minus R1. Correct. So here this will be now A11 and this will be A31. So since we are working on the location at third row and first column, so it is going to give you L31 value, that is this value. Okay. So let us substitute the values over here. So you have R3 into A11, it is basically 2 divided by 3 minus R1. Okay. So this 2 divided by 3, how much is this? 2 by 3, 0.66667. So this value is nothing but 0.66667. Okay. So now accordingly, you have to make the changes in the main matrix. So you are operating on the third row. So first two rows, they will remain same. So this is 2 minus 1, 3. Okay. This will be 0. This will be 2. this is minus 3.5, okay, into x1, x2, x3 equals to, we have minus 1, minus 3, and again minus 1. Okay, so if you go for this operation, I'm sure you will be getting this as 0. ठीक है? How about the other two terms? So this will be 1 into 2 by 3 minus 2. कितना आ रहा है? Minus 1.33. And how about this one? So this is minus 2 into 0.6667 minus of minus 3.5. Sorry, minus 3. Minus. Someone please cross check. Online students, offline students, please cross check.
That L32 should be 1.67. It's 2 by 3 plus 1.
Sorry?
L32.
L32.
Yes, sir. It's 2 by 3 plus 1.
तो कितना आ रहा फाइनल आंसर बताओ ना.
1.67.
कौन सा वाला? 3?
32.
ये वाला.
Yes, sir.
ओके, ये कितना आना चाहिए?
1.67.
सॉरी,
1.67.
इज इट सो? या फिर मैं करके बताऊं? 1.67, राइट? ओके, एंड हाउ अबाउट द लास्ट वन? सिंस वी आर ऑपरेटिंग द थर्ड रो, आई शुड नॉट राइट दिस एज 1. ये कितना आना चाहिए?
Yes, minus 4.3.
Minus
4.3. अच्छा नहीं, वो नहीं.
so it is basically minus 1 into 0.6667, then minus of minus 1, 0.333. Okay, good. So you see, with the Gauss elimination method, we have eliminated the two elements. Now we have to just operate on the first one more element, which is over here. Okay, so I'm talking about this element. Okay, तो हमको जो है अभी इसको 0 करना है. Okay, so for this purpose, let me use this space. Okay, this space is sufficient enough for me. So if you want to eliminate that particular row, I should go with R3 equals to R3 into some factor into minus R2, not R1, minus R2. बराबर है ये? This is what we have learned in the Gauss elimination method. Okay, so that sum factor will be in the numerator. You will have A22, very good, and here this will be A32. Okay, so basically this factor is for this one, because we are eliminating this 1.667. Okay, so if you write these values over here, so this is nothing but R3 into A22. So I have to refer this matrix, okay, because this is the latest one. Okay, so this A22 is basically 2 divided by, this is 1.6667, okay, minus you have R2. So this particular factor, ये कितना आता है? 2 divided by 1.6666, 2 divided by 1.666, 1. Exactly 1.2. Okay, fine. So this value is basically 1.2. So this particular element is nothing but 1.2. Clear? Okay, so now let us do the operations. So we are working on the third row, so I am not changing the first and second row. So this will be 2, then minus 1. Okay, then we have 3. Okay, then we have 0, 2, minus 3.5 into, you have x1, x2, x3 equals to, you have minus 1, minus 3. Okay, Yes, and then you have this R3. I'm sure you will be getting this value as 0. ठीक है, ये वाला ऑपरेट करो इसको. So this will be something like -4.33 into 1.2 minus minus of 3.5. How much is this? -1.7. कितना आ रहा है? 1.69. 69. Okay. And how about this one? So this will be 0.333 into 1.2 minus 3. 3.4. 3.396 लिख देते हैं. ठीक है, प्लस माइनस. ठीक है. ओके. नाउ -696. ओके, फाइन. ठीक है. So now you see, as far as Gauss elimination method is concerned, we have successfully eliminated the lower triangle and we have converted it to 0. ठीक है. And in this process, we have generated the L matrix. Okay, you can see L matrix was having only 3 elements. All 3 elements are now available with me. Now, as far as U matrix is concerned, so you see we have started with that original matrix. We have keep on reducing this, and ultimately the new matrix which is there with us, it is a upper triangular matrix where the lower triangle is already 0. So this matrix, okay, so I'm talking about this matrix. So this matrix is nothing but your U matrix. So you already have now U matrix with you and L matrix also with you. Okay, so this is how we have to break the given matrix into two parts. So just for sake of example, so this A matrix, okay, or let me write down the original problem. So original problem was something like 2 1 minus 3. Okay, so somebody please dictate me 2 1 minus 3. और क्या था? 4 2 minus 1, and this one 3 1 and minus 2. So this is now broken into two part. One is the lower triangular matrix. Okay, so if you talk about the lower triangular matrix, it is nothing but 1 0 and 0. This value is 0.5, this value is 1 and 0, this value is 0.66667, and this value is 1.2, this value is 1. And as far as upper triangular matrix is concerned, this will be the same. This is 2 minus 1 3. Okay, and this will be 0 2 minus 3.5. This will be 0, this will be 0, and this is minus 1.696. ठीक है. Just you go for random check. Okay, so for example, if you take the this element, central element, so this will be the product of this row with this column. Please do the calculations and see whether you are getting 2 or not. नहीं आ रहा है तो कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया तुम लोगों ने. मुझे लग रहा है कुछ तो भी गड़बड़ है ना? So you have made some mistakes. और भी कोई एलिमेंट चेक करो, क्रॉस चेक करो. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer presently. बाकी भी अलग अलग आ रहे हैं. ओके, तो तुम लोगों ने कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ करी है. ठीक है, प्लीज क्रॉस चेक योर कैलकुलेशंस. Shall I do it? I think I have a program with me, So let me check ki where you have made mistake. Okay, so this is Gauss Cholesky, right? Yes, three equations. Can you give me the matrix value? Sorry, 2 minus 1 and 3. Okay, then okay, minus 2. Okay, and the B matrix, B vector, B vector minus 1, then minus 1. Okay, so your upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix should be like this. I don't know where you have made mistake, but as far as my calculation goes, it should be like this. कहाँ गया? क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही भाई? So please cross check this. So your lower triangular matrix is 1, 2, and this is 0.5, and this is 1. कहीं पे तो भी गड़बड़ किया तुम लोगों ने.
सर अपना नोट नॉर्मली करना है।
तो एक्चुअली क्या हुआ है कि वो उल्टा लिखा है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ है. चेक करो. क्लासमध्ये या नंतर बोलतो. क्लासमध्ये आहे नंतर बोलतो. ये तुमने फैक्टर कैलकुलेट बराबर किया है क्या बेटा? गॉस एलिमिनेशन वाला
यस सर।
प्लीज चेक. I think there is some issue with the factor itself. एक मिनट, लेट मी चेक क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. Yeah, we have to use the same factors. अच्छा, ओके, ठीक है. थोड़ा सा चेंज है. ओके, तो लेट अस स्टार्ट. ठीक है. डू वी हैव टाइम? 15 minutes we still have time. No, okay. I think I have made some mistake while explaining, so let me correct that. Actually, in the Gauss elimination method, we are going for the multiplication of the factor to R1. Okay, but we have to go for multiplication of factor to R2 over here. Your things are going to remain same. Okay, so there are some small changes. Okay, just try and observe. Okay. Oh, okay, that's my mistake, sorry for that. So ये जो हमने लिखा हुआ है, okay, so let me restart. So if I rewrite this, okay, so if I rewrite this part, okay, if I rewrite this part, so usually we go for factor over here minus R1. ठीक है, तो एक्चुअली इसमें थोड़ा सा अलग है. So in place of going for a factor to R1, we are going for some factor with this one. like this. ठीक है? And if you see, it will be the exactly reverse of that. So here this will be A11, this will be A11, and this will be A21. Okay, so accordingly your R2, I think R2 is not going to change. देखो तो, and this will be nothing but your L21. This is nothing but your L21. Is this changed with this expression?
Yes, sir, it's coming to.
Sorry, no. Is this will be 0 for sure?
Yes, sir.
Is this 2 with this expression? Because if you substitute the values, so this will be something like R2 minus A21. Okay, so A second row first column, this is 4 divided by 2 times R1. Okay, so this value is coming out to be 2. So if you substitute this, so is this changing? This row is changing. Whether this row is changing, that's what I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
बताओ ना क्या है फिर?
It's 0, 4, minus 7.
Okay, this is coming out to be 0
4,
and
minus 7.
minus 7. Okay, and how about this one? This
Minus 6.
minus
6.
6. ठीक है? But in this case your this value will be now 2. ये जो वैल्यू है ये तुम्हारी क्या हो जाएगी अभी? 2. अब आया समझ में?
Yes, sir.
ये थोड़ा सा चेंज है. ओके, सो करस्पॉन्डिंगली नाउ यू हैव टू मेक द चेंजेस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर इक्वेशन ऑल्सो. Okay, so now you have R3 equals to R3 minus some factor into R1, where this will be A11 and this will be A31. So this will be something like R3 minus the A31. This will be 3 divided by 2 into R1. So this is going to become 1.5. Okay, so this value will be now 1.5. ठीक है? So correspondingly your third row is going to change. ठीक है? So this is 0, 4, minus 7 and 6. Can somebody give me the value of third row? इसके बाद लेक्चर नहीं है ना? वी कैन कंटिन्यू फॉर 5-10 मिनट्स ना? ठीक है, चलो डू इट फास्ट. ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स, आर यू गेटिंग दिस? कोई जवाब नहीं. बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Sorry? I think we have already solved this in the previous class, ना? ये वाला problem solve किया था हमने ये. Okay, so you should get the L matrix and U matrix like this: 0, 0, 4 and minus 7, something like that. U matrix. ठीक है, वही आएगा. ठीक है? हाँ, बताओ. Final row R3. Anyone? Yes, R3. Anyone?
0.
Okay.
0.5 minus 6.5 and 0.2.
Okay. Someone please cross check this.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? Okay. So now I'm just rewriting this part. Okay, so now you will have to work on this element. Okay, that is we are eliminating this particular part, right? So earlier we have worked on that. तो ये वाला जो था, this was we have worked on this. Okay, so now we will be working on 2.5. Okay, so for this purpose we have to make some changes in the equation. Okay, so your R3 will be now some factor into R2, where this will be now A22 and this will be A third row and second column. Barabar? So if you substitute the values, so this will be R3 minus A32. So A32 is nothing but 2.5 divided by this will be 4 into R2. So as a result of this, this expression is nothing but this 1.2. Okay. So how much is this value?
0.6.
Sorry?
0.625.
0.625. Is it correct? Okay. So now the second row will remain same. This will be 0, this will be 4, this will be minus 7, this will be minus 6. Just give me this value. This will be 0, this will be also 0. How much is this value? Yes, anyone? I think कितना आ रहा है?
So minus 8.375.
Sorry?
Minus 8.375.
Are you sure? नहीं. It should be 17 divided by 8 as far as sorry, minus 2.125. And how about this one? 4.25. Okay, because you see when we have seen the Cholesky 3 by 3 problem, you can refer your notes. In that we have solved the problem using the Cholesky method. And if you see the lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix, so upper triangular matrix, the diagonal element, it is 2, 4 and minus 17 by 8. Okay, and if you refer this, so this is we are getting something like 2, 4 and minus 17 by 8. I am sure it is 2.125. Is it so? Okay, so this is how you will be getting the answers. Okay, so let me rewrite the matrices one more time, because there are some errors over here. Okay, and errors over here. Okay, so now the lower triangular matrix, this value will be 2, this value will be 1.5, because these are the factors, and this is 0.625. And as far as upper triangular matrix is concerned, this is already ready with us. So this is 1, this will be minus 1, this will be 3, this will be 4, this will be minus 7, and this is minus 2.125. Now you please cross check the answer. If you are getting it, fine. Just go for the central one, that is 2. 2 can be calculated by multiplying the middle row and the middle column. Are you getting this as 2? Okay? Are you getting it? Just cross check. Okay, so there was some small mistake from my side, but I'm sure you must have understood the method. Okay,
Yes.
in next class we will be covering few more problems, so don't worry about that. So this is one of the way by which we can break the given matrix into two parts. Okay, that is U and L. So right now what is available with us is like this. So we have this A matrix which is successfully broken into a lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix, where this is nothing but your lower triangular matrix and this is nothing but your upper triangular matrix. Okay, so our original expression is something like this. This is A into X equals to B. Okay, so now this can be written as L into U into X equals to B. I can write it like this. Okay, so I'm assuming this as Y as per the Cholesky method. So as a result of this, you are getting L into Y equals to B. Okay, so now your L matrix, if you write this L matrix, so your lower triangular matrix is 1 0 0, this is 2 1 0, this is 1.5, this is 0.625, and this is 1. Okay, into Y. Y is nothing but y1, y2 and y3 because we don't know its value. And your B matrix will be your original B matrix, because you see we have destroyed the B matrix while elimination. Okay, so you don't have to use the destroyed matrix, you have to use the original B vector, that is 1 minus 8 and 1. Okay, so this is minus 1 8 and minus 1. यही है ना, क्या है ये?
-1, -8, -1.
-1 -8 -1, all are negative, right? So now it becomes easy for me to get the value of y1 y2 and y3. Okay, so your y1 is nothing but the product of this with this equals to -1. So straight away you are getting the value of y1 as -1. Okay, so y2 can be calculated by taking the product of the second row with this, it will be equals to -8. So if you solve this, you will be getting the value of y2. तो कितना आ रहा है ये? This should be, I think,
-6.
minus 6. And lastly, y3 can be calculated by taking the product of this with this and equating with -1. Give me the value of y3, please. You already know the value of y1 and y2. Yes. This we have already done, I think. So 17 by 4. 4.25. Okay, let me write down. So this is 4.25. Okay, so this is the value of y3. Okay, but what is y? Y is nothing but a product of u into x. This is what we have assumed. Okay, so basically you have y is a product of u into x. Okay, so your y is basically -1 -6, this is 4.25. Okay, so this is the value of y into u. So if you refer this u, so this is 2 -1 and 3, so this is 2 -1 and 3, then we have 0 4 and -7, 0 4 and -7, then we have 0 0 and -2.125. This is -2.125. These two values are 0 0. Okay, then this will be multiplied with x1, x2 and x3. So you can use the method of back substitution now. Okay, because this is Gauss elimination method kind of a stuff. So if you go for back substitution, so you will be getting a expression something like 4.25 equals to 0 into x1 plus 0 into x2 minus 2.125 into x3. So this is going to give you value of x3. How much is this? -2. Okay, then we can go with the, this was the first. Okay, then we can go with the second one. Okay, so the second one, it will look like something like -6 equals to 0 times x1 plus 4 times x2. Okay, and minus 7 times x3. So x3 value is already -2. So if you solve this, you will be getting the value of x2. कितना आ रहा है? Sorry, -5. Someone please cross check. ठीक है, and lastly we can go for the first row. Okay, so this first row will be something like -1 equals to 2 times x1 minus 1 times x2 is basically minus 5, and then plus 3 times x3, which is minus 2. So this is going to give you value of x1. I think this should be 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the value is basically 0. Okay, so we have solved the same problem earlier, we are getting the same answers. Okay, I hope this method is clear to you, everyone. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow with the same method. Okay, are there any queries from online students? Otherwise, let me take your attendance quickly, because your attendance will not be marked